see, I just dropped something, so I'm just headed back to pick it up. So I'm kind of quickly doing this, but this is on my way back to my hotel. And when, as I mentioned, inside my hotel room, how simple things that should have happened never happened because of the simple fact that some people find my situation to be like it's not a serious scenario, and I don't know how it can't be. What happened at WSU University, so you say WSU is abbreviated for the university in the field of that university. And for someone to make play of it, and so when I actually stay in the hotel where I'm supposed to get, be addressed in a measure that is in keeping with the whole cleansing process, external and internal, then and that whole situation is being, somewhat neglected. I had to go out and go get, necessities for myself. I had to go out and get food for myself. I had to go out and do things that caused me to go away from a point of cleansing and going out to address these things that wasn't provided. Now I would have to, cleanse my items myself due to this. And you saw when I mentioned, for the people who were able to see at the university gym, when I had my items that was supposed to, like, this is the new center area, as you see the sign. But the people that saw how the response was like giving me back the items that were supposed to be investigated because there was an sexual assault by involving an animal, that involved an animal and a human. So there was traces of hairs and other things on my clothes and my items that needed to be needed to be submitted due to the rape that occurred against me, and that's what I submitted. But when the yellow sticker was the guy acted like he didn't know there was a yellow sticker and literally gave me back the clothes as if he didn't know to put it in the bin and for it to be collected. And you saw what happened inside the hotel room, how nothing was provided. And my clothes I ended up putting back inside my room. And now I'm going to have to go back and clean it. But this right here, here it is right here. But this is an area where you can find, you have like 11 Mile Road here. And then you see the sign where it's the municipal campus. And it's a sports complex. And so today is the 8th of August 2025. I always talk about the years being backdated because of this being a scenario that's reenacted. You have the speed limit 25. It makes a point of what happens and where it happens, and it gives you an idea. And this is like Coral, the street. These are different areas. This is an area that wasn't far from where those little small, that fire hydrant with the blue tape on it and the yellow tape where the pole is, just right around the corner there. And that marks a point to let someone know that the people that's staying in this area have had some contact under these circumstances. So, to take it lightly and say, I can't imagine anybody being raped by a dog unless they were running naked on the street, when there's humans that get involved in these kind of things. But it happens to people, and there's cases, even like I showed an example of a case in 2009 that was submitted to the Department of Justice, and the details of how it could happen, to kind of educate a person that took the response, took that action, or took it as if it wasn't really serious, when it's very serious. And I also just wanted to mention that because no matter how much people take it lightly, the action, once it's submitted inside of a certain system, the rights of that person to purify and cleanse their body from the act of what occurred and what could come out of it, because these dogs might have rabies, they might have any type of disease, or they have bugs within their on their coats of their hair. Not only dogs but other kind of animals. Well, when a human come in contact with it, you want to make sure that they clean themselves properly. You want to make sure that certain things, and then when it's forced, there's also other things that happen into a woman's private parts. There's other things that happen. So it's very, very important for a cleansing process and for it not to be neglected. And that's why I'm making this video. So peace. Gotta go to my hotel, and thank you for listening.